Hi, I'm Phil Corda and welcome to Planet. After our third episode, I wanted to take some time to talk to you about our latest guest, Cindy Maria Ngo, or Cindy Ngo, as I know her. Now, I've known Cindy as a fixture in the neighborhood that I live in. She is a bright and bubbly ball of personality. And I don't think I've ever had an experience with Cindy where I wasn't like, oh, you're just super fun to be around. But I think it's very interesting because there's this kind of adage that says that people are always fighting a battle that goes unseen by most. And I think Cindy is no exception. You know, I had a little bit of insight into the situation that she went through a couple of years ago, but I would have never guessed that it was so dark. I would have never have guessed that she was getting death threats or feeling like she might have to, end her time here. And I think it's really interesting because they say that people that are the most susceptible to something like that are the ones you would least expect. And I think that it's beautiful that Cindy has kind of come out the other side, that she has not lost any fervor for going after her dreams with things like Eat Up the Borders, and she's not afraid to try new things. You know, the Viet Lish crew that I got to spend some time with when I was filming this past weekend, all amazing people, and I really hope for the best for their podcast, and I think that it's shining a light on something that a lot of people probably deal with, which is being of mixed race and not necessarily knowing where your identity lies between those two separate cultures. And I think it's interesting. We, as somebody who is Irish, German, and Polish, nobody ever questions how much of each one of those things you are. Nobody says, oh, are you more Irish? Are you more Polish? Are you more German? Like, that's not a question that gets asked. You're just a white person. And I think it's got to be really challenging for people who do deal with communities that have maybe more pride, and as a result, they want to know, are you a member of this community or you are a member of another community? And I think when it gets divisive like that, that can be a tough line to walk, especially if you have a lot of love for both cultures. And I commend Cindy for not only kind of raising awareness about each of her respective cultural identities through her Guatemalan heritage and also through her Vietnamese heritage, but also not being afraid to say like, hey, I'm both and I want to take part in activities that are revered by both. And that is something that we could all stand to learn from. And I wish nothing but the best for Cindy for the future, and I have high hopes as well because Cindy is always operating in a good way, and loves to galvanize people and have events for people to come and enjoy themselves, and really, in my opinion, is a force for ultimate positivity in the Philadelphia area. So if you know Cindy, amazing. If you don't know Cindy, follow her at Cindy Knows All, and come out to one of her events. You will have an amazing time. I know I have.